महक रहा है मधुबन तुमसे, ओ बाबा मधुबन वाले। महक रहा है मधुबन तुमसे, ओ बाबा मधुबन वाले।
तो बाप के साथी आप बच्चे हो, तो बाप बच्चों द्वारा अभी हर एक बच्चे का रहम दिल का पाठ देखने चाहते। आपका उमंग है कि दुखमय संसार बदल कर सुखमय संसार आना ही है। तो सुखमय संसार आने के लिए ये दुख अशांति का विनाश होने के लिए हालतें बदल रही है। तो आज का यही बाप का संदेश याद रखो कि अब चाहे मनसा, चाहे वाचा, चाहे चेहरे और चलन से सेवा की गति बढ़ाते चलो। अपना राज समीप लाते चलो। अच्छा, इस बारी जो पहले बारी आई है बाप दादा से मिलने, वो हाथ उठाओ। अच्छा, बहुत है, उठो, थोड़ा उठ के करो। मुबारक हो। फिर भी समापति के पहले पहुंच गए हो। नया जन्म ले लिया। इसका सभी की तरफ से अभी आने वाले बच्चों को बाप दादा और चारों ओर के बच्चों द्वारा मुबारक हो, मुबारक हो। ब्राह्मण परिवार को देख खुशी होती है ना, लेकिन जो अभी आए हो उनको बाप दादा यही कहते, तो अभी बहुत समय बीत गया, बहुत थोड़ा
तीर्थ बना है तुमसे ओ अब्बा वो वाले, वो तीर्थ बना है तुमसे ओ अब्बा वो वाले, महक रहा है मधुबन तुमसे।
ओम शांति। अव्यक्त परिवार में आपका स्वागत है। आज है दिन 10। महान बनने के लिए मधुरता और नम्रता का गुण धारण। आज का विषय है हर बात में गुणग्राहक। अव्यक्त शरीर मधुरता ही ब्राह्मण जीवन की महानता है। जहाँ मधुरता है वहाँ पवित्रता है। बिना पवित्रता के मधुरता आ नहीं सकती। जितना बुद्धि में नशा हो उतना ही कर्म में नम्रता और बोल में मधुरता हो। ऐसे नशे में रहने से कभी नुकसान नहीं होगा। सिद्धि को पाने वाले स्वयं को नम्र चित्त निर्माण हर बात में अपने आप को गुण ग्राहक और मधुरता संपन्न बनाएंगे। पाना सहनशीलता की शक्ति। मीठे मीठे बच्चे मेरे दिल तख्त पर सदा विराजमान हो। अभी हम मोहिनी दीदी से सुनेंगे।
ओम शांति। सभी खुश राजी हो, सभी खुश हैं। अच्छा। खुश होते हैं तो अंदर से प्रसन्न भी होते हैं और चेहरा सदा खिला रहता है। प्रफुल्लित होते हैं, मुस्कुराते हैं। तो पवित्रता के आधार से कई गुण आते हैं। मधुरता, नम्रता तो है ही, परंतु एक वर्तमान समय अनुसार अपनी निर्णय शक्ति को बढ़ाने के लिए निस्वार्थ भावना चाहिए। स्वार्थ नहीं, निस्वार्थ और निष्पक्ष। ये जो दोनों गुण हैं वो हमारे कर्म को, व्यवहार को बहुत ही शुद्ध बनाते हैं। एक बार ऐसे ही जगदीश भाई बात कर रहे थे, तो निस्वार्थ का क्या, अपने लिए नहीं सोचे हम। जैसे होता है ना कि भोजन देते हैं तो थोड़ा अपने लिए पहले निकाल लें, क्योंकि पता नहीं एंड में बचे कि नहीं बचे। फिर वो भी दे देते हैं अगर जरूरत होती है तो ये नहीं कि अपने लिए सोचना नहीं है, लेकिन स्वार्थ नहीं है। तो बुद्धि बहुत जैसे शुद्ध रहती है। ऐसे ही निष्पक्ष। ऐसे तो देखो बाबा भी बच्चों को नंबर वार उनकी योग्यता अनुसार उन्हें स्नेह अनुभव होता है। ये नहीं कि बाबा ज्यादा कम देता है, पर खुद को जैसे अनुभव होता है उस बात। तो आजकल बाबा बहुत मधुरता और नम्रता। नम्रता एक ऐसी स्थिति है जिसमें मान अपमान नहीं होता, क्योंकि कोई आपको मान दे, सम्मान दे, नहीं। पवित्रता खुद में ही एक सम्मान है, क्योंकि मन के संकल्प, बुद्धि का निर्णय इतना स्वच्छ होता है कि अंदर में खुद ही खुशी भी होती है और प्राप्तियों में भी। कल क्या प्राप्ति होगी, सतयुग में क्या होगी, पर आज क्या है, आज मेरे हाथ में है। चल जो बीत गया वो बीत गया, और कल जो आने वाला है वो तो कल ही पता लगेगा रे। पर आज के दिन, तो आज का जितना महत्व है, तो चाहे अटेंशन देके, चाहे अभ्यास करके, चाहे मनन चिंतन करके, चाहे प्राप्तियों का स्वरूप रह के, पर आज का दिन, ये नहीं आज का दिन आगे का सोचता रहे। कईयों का बहुत समय भविष्य के सोच में जाता है, कईयों का बहुत समय बीती पर जाता है। एक बार बाबा ने कहा था, प्रेजेंट में प्रेजेंट मिलता है, गिफ्ट है ये। आज का दिन मेरे लिए गिफ्ट है, तो मैं कैसे अपनी मनसा को, वाणी को, कर्म को हर प्रकार से सफल करूं, सदुपयोग करूं। आज की कमाई आज के लिए ना, तो आज का दिन मेरा ऐसा हो जो कमाई हो। बेशक बाबा तो आजकल कहते हैं कि दाल रोटी है तो क्यों जा करके, हाँ, तो बाबा तो कहता है ना कि चनों के पीछे क्यों भाग रहे हो। तो कई हमसे पूछ रहे हैं इन दिनों में कि बाबा जो कहता है ना समेटो, उसका क्या अर्थ है। तो देखो समेटना कैसा होता है कि अंदर में एक विस्तार में जाने की नेचर होती है। एक होते हैं जो सार में रहते हैं, और तीसरा शब्द है असार, जिसमें कोई सार नहीं है और उसका विस्तार तो होना ही नहीं चाहिए। ये कहते हैं ये असार संसार है। तो असार संसार में क्या होता है, कोई सार नहीं है। तो हमेशा चाहे ज्ञान है, चाहे कोई सार में, बस विस्तार में नहीं जाना हम। बहुत क्यों क्या, इसलिए उसलिए बहुत विस्तार हो जाता है, विस्तार में व्यर्थ बहुत जाता है। तो जितना जरूरी है उतना तो ठीक है, लेकिन कोई की बुद्धि जाती रहती है, जाती रहती है बार बार। तो जितना जितना हम लोग, हाँ, मैं तो अभी तक भी कल्याण का जो बिंदु है, नहीं बाबा ने कहा था हर समय इसमें तो कल्याण होगा, इसमें भी कोई कल्याण है, इसमें भी कोई कल्याण, बिंदु लगाते जाओ। जैसे ड्रामा का बिंदु है, वैसे कल्याण का भी बिंदु है, इसमें जरूर कोई कल्याण होगा। और जितना आप सोचते हैं ना, तो आपकी वाइब्रेशंस जो हैं, वो भी परिवर्तन करेंगे। तो कभी भी अपनी वाइब्रेशन में संशय ना हो, प्रश्न ना हो, तो वो वाइब्रेशन में पावर होती है, और उस पावर से बहुत चीजें बदल जाती हैं, बहुत तरह के परिवर्तन आते हैं। तो जो हम अपनी प्लानिंग नहीं होती तो भी प्राप्ति हो जाती है। तो इसलिए पवित्रता को अनेक गुणों में हमको बदलना है। उसके लिए बाबा फिर क्या कह रहे हैं कि गुणग्राही बन। पवित्रता की निशानी है कि वो हमेशा गुण देखेगा। अगर कभी भी अवगुण की तरफ ध्यान जाता है, वो भी तो पवित्रता की कमी है ना। या तो पवित्रता बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट है। तो आज बाबा क्या होमवर्क दे रहे हैं कि हर बात में गुण ग्राहक बनाओ। अच्छाई, हर एक में अच्छाई देखो, हर बात में कल्याण देखो, व्यक्तियों से भी गुण लो और परिस्थितियों से भी सीखो। बाबा हमेशा कहता था परिस्थिति एक तो परीक्षा के रूप में देखो। तो परीक्षा में क्या करना है? पास होना है। पढ़ाई का कैसे पता चलता है? परीक्षा से ना। जब परीक्षा आती है, कितनी अच्छी तरह उस परीक्षा में पास होते हैं, पता लगता है कि आपने अच्छा स्टडी किया है, तभी परीक्षा में पास होंगे। नहीं तो परीक्षा का सुन के ही घबरा जाते हैं। तो कोई तो छोटी भी परिस्थिति आती है, उनको बहुत बड़ी बात लगती है। परंतु जितना जितना हम ज्ञान को समझते हैं, योग में रहते हैं, धारणा करते हैं, उतना परिस्थिति, ये भी एक अनुभव है। बस ये लगता है ये भी एक न केवल अनुभव है, पर सीखने की भी बात आ जाती है। परिस्थितियों में आपने क्या ऐसा किया जो परिस्थिति बिगड़ गई, या परिस्थिति से पार हो गए। तो इसलिए बाबा कह रहे हैं कि मधुरता ही ब्राह्मण जीवन की महानता है संभव मधुर रहना। ट्राई कर रहे हैं आप लोग? ट्राई कर रहे हैं या बन रहे हैं मधुर? बाबा कहते हैं जब मधुरता है तो वहां पर पवित्रता भी है। पवित्र है तो मधुर है, कनेक्शन होता है ना। तो बाबा कहते हैं बिना पवित्रता के मधुरता आ नहीं सकती। जितना बाबा कहते हैं कि बुद्धि में नशा हो, नहीं कितना नशा चढ़ता है, लेकिन कई बार नशे में पता नहीं लगता है ना, दूसरे को लगता है कि इसमें अहंकार है, खुद को नहीं पता लगता नशे में। लेकिन दूसरों को भी ना, जैसे ज्ञान सुनाते हैं, तो ऐसे नहीं सुनाओ कि उनको ऐसा लगे। हाँ, किसी बात में भी किसी को ऐसा नहीं लगे कि मुझे इनडायरेक्टली कहा जा रहा है कि आप ठीक नहीं है। कई बार कई लोग कहते हैं, तो बहुत ध्यान रखना है, और उसमें फिर मधुरता काम करती है। तो बाबा कहते हैं तो उतना ही जितना नशा हो, उतना ही कर्म में नम्रता और बोल में मधुरता हो। कर्म में नम्रता हो और बोल में मधुरता हो। ऐसे नशे में रहने से कभी भी नुकसान नहीं होगा। कभी कभी कुछ ऐसा बोल देते हैं, बात बनते बनते बिगड़ जाती है बोल से भी। तो इसलिए कैसे करना है? बाबा कहते हैं कि अगर हाँ नम्रता रहती है तो नुकसान नहीं होगा। तो बाबा कहते हैं इस सिद्धि को पाने वाले, सिद्धि हर संकल्प सिद्ध हो, व्यर्थ न जाए। सिद्धि को प्राप्त करने वाले स्वयं को नम्र चित्त, निर्माणता, हर बात में अपने आप को गुण ग्राहक और मधुरता संपन्न बनाएंगे। क्योंकि देखो पवित्रता है, पर ये सब गुण नहीं है। इसका मतलब हमारे पास एक शक्ति है, पर हम उस शक्ति को यूज नहीं कर रहे ठीक से। अगर पवित्रता की शक्ति को यूज करें तो ये सब गुण भी अपने आप आते जाएंगे। गुण भी होने चाहिए, पर पवित्रता से कई आज दुनिया में इतने अच्छे व्यक्ति होते हैं। तो मामा से हम पूछते थे, कहा एक गुण होता है पवित्रता के आधार पे, एक गुण होता है, गुण है सिर्फ। तो फर्क है पवित्रता के गुण और दूसरा साधारण रूप के गुण। तो इसलिए बाबा क्या कह रहे हैं कि पवित्रता को मधुरता, नम्रता, हर गुण में परिवर्तन करो। तो जितना जितना अंदर में, जैसे बाबा कहते हैं ना कि अपवित्रता में जंक भी आ जाता है, रस्ट बोलते हैं ना, तो मैग्नेट खींचता नहीं है जैसे मैग्नेट से। जो पवित्रता होती है तो मैग्नेट महसूस होता है कि बाबा की तरफ खिंचाव हो रहा है मेरा, बाबा मुझे बुला रहा है, खींच रहा है। मेहनत नहीं करनी पड़ती। परंतु अगर जंक होती है ना, कुछ विकारों की, कुछ कमजोरियों की, तो रस्ट होती है, तो मैग्नेट से खिंचाव नहीं होता। तो बाबा भी तो मैग्नेट है ना। एक बार बाबा ने कहा था मैं सबसे बड़ा मैग्नेट हूँ। तो मैग्नेट खींच पाए हमको, उसके लिए कोई भी अपवित्रता अर्थात कोई भी न रस्ट हो न जंग हो रहे। यही होता है कई बार चाकू को किसको रस्ट लग जाती है, पता नहीं हिंदी में क्या बोलते हैं, जंकी बोलते हैं। अच्छा, तो ये सूक्ष्म बातें हैं, ध्यान देने योग्य हैं। फिर उस पर मनन करो, फिर अभ्यास करो, तो क्या होगा, वो आपका गुण बन जाएगा। तो भी हम सभी इस संकल्प में स्थित रहें कि मुझे गुण ग्राहक बनना है। शांति।
बाबा तेरी मीठी मुरली की धुन सुन कर के मन हर्षाए।
अव्यक्त वाणी तारीख है 27 मई 1977। पावरफुल स्टेज अर्थात बाप समान बीज रूप स्थिति है। दादी को आप यहाँ बैठी हो या विदेश में, विदेश सर्विस के प्लान चलाते हैं कि जब प्लेन में चढ़ेंगी तब प्लान बनाएंगी। महारथियों से एक प्रश्न पूछते हैं, बाप से तो बहुत पूछते हैं, महारथियों के लिए विशेष है। रूरहान महारथियों से अच्छी लगती है। विजय माला के जो मणके बनते हैं, पहला नंबर व 108वां नंबर, दोनों में अंतर क्या है? कहलाते तो सब विजय रतन है, नाम ही है विजय माला, लेकिन पहला नंबर विजय रतन और जो लास्ट का विजय रतन है, उनमें कोई विशेष सब्जेक्ट पर विजय का आधार है, वह टोटल नंबर पर आधार है। एक होता है विशेष सब्जेक्ट में, दूसरा होता है सब सब्जेक्ट के टोटल मार्क्स का अंतर। तो इसकी गुह्यता क्या है, अर्थात विजय की गुह्य गति? इसमें बहुत कुछ रहस्य भरा हुआ है। अच्छा, आगे की मुरली कल सुनेंगे। ओम शांति।
तेरी मीठी मुरली की धुन सुन कर के मन हर्षाए। हो सुन कर के मन हर्षाए। शिव बाबा हम जन जन को सुनाएंगे तेरी वाणी। शिव बाबा हम जन जन को सुनाएंगे।
एक तरफ मेरी, जब मैं कहती हूँ अथवा मेरी कहती हूँ तो आत्मा के संबंध से ही कहती हूँ, तो ये मुझे शक्ति देता है कि बरोबर मैंने जब ये पाठ बजाया है तो उस समय मेरी कैसी शक्ति थी। जब ये स्मृति मेरे अंदर इमर्ज होती है, एक तो ये स्मृति हमारे अंदर त्रिकालदर्शीपन की शक्ति जागृत करती है। दूसरा, यह स्मृति हमें स्वयं में विश्वास दिलाती है कि कितना ऊंचा पाठ मैंने बजाया है। जो बाप भगवान मुझे मेरे ही पाठ की स्मृति दिला रहा है, उस स्मृति को मैं अच्छी रीत से समझ करके और सिमरन में लाऊं, क्योंकि बाबा ने हमें ये पहचान दी है। मुझ आत्मा के अंदर यह 84 जन्मों का पाठ भरा हुआ है। अब बाप जब हमें स्मृति दिला रहे हैं मुझे आदि पाठ की, और हम अपने उस निराकारी स्टेज पर रहकर इन बातों को यथार्थ रूप से याद करें, यथारथ रूप कहने का मतलब बाप जो सारे सृष्टि के आदि मध्य अंत को जानने वाला है, वही हमें हमारे पाठ की पूरी नॉलेज दे रहा है। और वो पाठ जब हमने बजाया है तब कैसी मेरी जीवन थी।
चरित्र का होगा उत्थान, मानव होगा देव समान, विश्व लेगा तुझे पहचान, जग में होगी तेरी शान। ज्ञान सागर की मीठी बूंदें, ज्ञान सागर की मीठी बूंदें, विश्व पर बरसाएंगे तेरी वाणी। शिव बाबा हम जन जन को
Om Shanti. Imbibe the virtues of sweetness and humility to become great. Pick up virtues in every situation. Sweetness is the greatness of Brahmin life. Where there is sweetness, there is also purity. There cannot be sweetness without purity. Constantly remain sweet. This is the basis of success in the service you do. To the extent that you have this intoxication in your intellect, there should be accordingly humility in your actions and sweetness in your words. By maintaining such intoxication, there will never be a loss. Those who are to attain success will remain humble and constructive. They will pick up virtues in every situation and fill themselves with sweetness. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Welcome to Avyakti Parivar. Today's day 10. Imbibe the virtues of sweetness and humility to become great. Today's topic: pick up virtues in every situation. Pass with honor. Power of tolerance. Sweet, sweet child. You sit on the throne of my heart eternally. Now we will listen to Mohini Didi.
Om Shanti, everyone. Now is the time, as Baba is reminding us that what is our part. Everyone has to understand one's own part. Even we have some common responsibilities, but then also we have some individual responsibilities. There are efforts in the gathering, but everyone has to make personal effort. So each one of us, we have to remind myself as the instrument, what should be my stage, how I should serve Yagya, how I should keep my stage so good that others can also learn from that. And for that, the point which Baba is giving for today is always pick up virtues. Is there anyone who will go and pick up thorns? Yeah? No? What you will pick up? Flowers, right? When they give someone the rose flowers. So in USA, when a rose branch still has thorns, they sell it very cheap. But when they remove the thorn, they are expensive because they had to remove the thorn. And one branch could have 20 thorns or a lot of that. So the value of the life. There is a song says, your value could be like stone, or your value can be like jewels and pearls and diamonds. So each one of us, we don't have to look at anyone. Each one of us think that if I want to increase my value, my worthiness, it depends on the qualities, depends on our virtues. So always, always Baba says, look at the virtues of others. It's like picking up the flowers. And that makes the bouquet also. Take always, always. This one has such speciality. Not comparison, but just I have to look at that quality and imbibe that quality. So Baba is saying, pick up values, virtues in every situation, not only from person, but also from situation. It happened. What did I learn? Where I could have been better. So it's like more and more learning. So Baba says, pick up virtues in every situation. It could be very interesting and entertaining if we really try this aspect. This is the situation. Now I have to learn from this. What virtue, what lesson I learned. So as I said, it could be very, very interesting if we do it in practical. just keeping the point in intellect, other is playing with that. No. So Baba says that sweetness is the greatest of Brahmin life, is the greatness of Brahmin life. Brahmin life where there is sweetness, there is also purity. So Baba says that there cannot be sweetness without purity. Constantly, Baba says, remain sweet. Whatever happens, Baba says this is the basis of success in the service you do. Because sweetness also has a lot to do with patience. We lose patience. But if we really on the right path, if you sow the seed or plant a sapling, you have to wait, right? Some get impatient, so will start digging. What's happening? What's happening? Sapling is not growing. Will it grow? You leave it and you watch. Let's see when it sprouts. So Baba says that constantly remain sweet. This is the basis of success in the service. So that patience again is a big quality, because then it is the trust you have. In trust, you patience. So from purity, all the virtues emerge in us. To the extent that you have this intoxication, Brahmins have lot of intoxication. But Baba says, what happens when there is intoxication in the intellect? There should accordingly have humility in your actions. Otherwise, that ego, intoxication could change into ego. Even if it's pure ego, but it could be in a different way. So Baba says purity in your actions and sweetness in your words. Purity in actions and sweetness in your words. Maintaining such intoxication, Baba says, then there will never be loss. Otherwise, intoxication, if there is ego, you will lose, right? Those who are to attain success will always remain humble and constructive. So Baba says they will pick up virtues in every situation and fill, Baba says, themselves with sweetness. It seems like in all the situations, most important is sweetness. So we all have, sometimes we say a lot of work to do, right? Sometimes we say, oh, I have done a lot. How many of you think there is little more I have to do? Those who think I have still a lot to do. Some don't raise hand in any, right? Hmm? Okay. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti Didi, Om Shanti Avyakti Parivar. I know
Om Shanti.
that here it's 8:30, so I'm not sure. This is the time we usually finish our chit chat with you. But seeing that it's early morning there for you, I suppose I can ask you 2 questions.
No, you can ask few questions.
Okay. I was thinking of this word sweet, and I feel that there are 3, you could call them virtues, or you could call them values in behavior. But there are 3 things that go together: sweet, nice, and kind. So when someone is sweet, that person is easy to be around. They're not bullying, dominant, or pushy, and they're usually gentle and loving. When someone is nice, it's like how women are taught to be in society. You should be nice to others. You should be polite to others. You should be well-mannered to others. You shouldn't be aggressive. You should be nice. You shouldn't ask for things that you know would be inconvenient for others. So it is as if even if you're uncomfortable with others, be nice to them. A little bit like how women are brought up in the society, right? When you go to your in-laws' home, you be nice no matter what. Just be nice. And then the other is kind. And then this is more like in your manners, but it's less in your manners, but more in your goodness. So, for instance, if there's someone that you are noticing there are certain ways of doing things or ways of speaking or ways of behaving that you know that are not good for them, but because you want to be kind, you don't tell them about it. But perhaps if you do bring it to their attention, you're showing them kindness. And if you don't bring it to their attention, you're being unkind to them. So I wanted to ask you, when Baba says to pick up virtues in everything in order to be sweet, is he saying to us that we should also know when to be sweet, when to be kind, and when to be nice? And because I'll give you an example, someone once said to me, and it kind of it was like throwing cold water on my face. It kind of shocked me. And she said to me, Gayatri, you have the tendency of putting a negative slant on things. Now, I thinking about these 3 things, she definitely wasn't being sweet. She definitely wasn't being nice, but was she being kind? Maybe she was being kind because she was bringing my attention to something that I was unconsciously doing. So how do we apply sweetness in a way that is telling us something about ourselves and not just putting a sweet coat over the chocolate or over the bitterness of something?
There could be many examples, but I always remember that each one of us, when we have to draw attention of that person towards her or his behavior, then I always remember when also I try that Mama, Baba will send any soul who has problem with sanskars or in relationships, then Baba will say, go to Mama and talk to Mama. Because Mama has very sweet way, and it was nice and kind, all 3. Sweet, was nice, and also kind. So there could be, all 3 together. Not necessarily that when you are kind of very frank or direct, I will say that you are not sweet or you are not kind. So Mama will explain about what Baba says and connected with what that soul could learn from. Then she will say, you have a lot of qualities. You're really a nice person or a kind person. But just pay attention to when you speak like this, or pay attention to have patience in relationship. She will bring in attention the quality which is required more attention. Still, she is not telling that person, you are not like this, or you shouldn't be like that. What Baba says and what you should do. So because any words which we use, whether they are sweet, kind, but people are hurt. And that word keep kind of pricking them, that even you might, as you said, that person is kind to at least bring to attention what I need to do, whether change it or, but I think it still stays with the person. So I like it and I practice, try not to make that person aware of that person's weakness, but specialties, and in comparison, what is the weakness? Somewhere I like Mama's formula that, you appreciate person and you also acknowledge that person. But in the end, what more has to be done? Draw attention to that. I think then you can be sweet, nice, and kind, all three.
So it's a little bit like you were saying, giving the example of the rose with the thorns being less expensive than the rose without the thorns. You pay more for them taking the thorns out. So if someone is sweet, then they will be the rose without the thorns. If someone is just nice and kind without sweet, because Baba says sweetness, you can't be sweet without being pure. So if we take that as the foundation, but they're only kind and nice, then they're the rose with the thorns. But when they're sweet, which is the more authentic, the truer virtue, it seems, the higher virtue, I should put, than kindness and niceness, then it's the rose without the thorns.
This Chandramani Dadi, wherever there was conflict, they will send her, because she had two qualities. One was she doesn't get upset about anyone and with anyone. She will always, there is problem, she listens to them, she laughs and never get angry. She was very sweet person. And she solves the problem wherever she went, because our own emotions is a big obstacle too. And generally every situation, something happened, my own emotions erupt. But because she remained sweet and also never got angry, why you are fighting, why you doing it, you shouldn't do it. No. And her nature, her feelings of being stable and sweet, some or other resolve the situation. I haven't directly experienced, but she was sent anywhere where there was conflict between instrumental students or student and students. She will go and change the whole atmosphere, and lot of things got resolved in that. So there are our dadis who are example, like Dadi Janki always says that whatever way we want to resolve something or conflict, then you have to use a very, very positive, way. Because otherwise you are breaking the heart of a good effort even, they get disheartened now. If we always point out to their what right they don't do and all the time what they should do, I think sometimes people get very lost. It could be training in a one way, but other ways that they don't have their self-trust, because they are always told, they are always pointed out, and some things could be good in that, but mostly it is always good to say, well, you had been really doing well, but just pay attention little bit more on this. So that person knows that I am getting better and better, but I need to be more better. So it's a very positive way, in a way, the sweet way, kind way, as you said, to bring to attention, but they don't feel bitter about it. Because sometimes when we teach, give a lot of directions, then people don't have their self-confidence because they have to be told. But if we allow them to grow, draw attention, but not in a kind of direct way, I think it could work better.
In today's Murli, which was yesterday's Murli, for you, Baba was using this term. Let me see if I could find it. He was using the term nazar se nihal. And he was saying that if there was a way of doing things through drishti, and I think it was in the blessing. Let me read it to you so you will know what I'm saying. He was saying that whoever comes in front of you, they should come to know the three worlds and their whole life stories through your drishti. This is what it means to take someone beyond with your glance. At the end, when you won't serve with this knowledge, it is this service that will continue. Now, this aspect of drishti, which the daddies were very good at, and I think it contains all three. They were sweet, they were nice, and they were kind. Do you think they were able to do that because of the purity of their drishti? But within the purity of their drishti, they were holding the best possible vision for the soul. And so the souls were able to go beyond the three worlds, which means beyond the immediate, whatever they were going to be addressing within the soul. So the soul transcended that themselves because the daddies weren't seeing that. They were seeing the best in the soul. And then also the soul was able to see its whole life stories. The soul wasn't changing without knowing why they were changing, but they were able to see why they should change because the daddies were holding this higher vision for them. And so do you think that is the purity that Baba is saying is foundational to sweetness?
Yeah, definitely, because when Baba comes, we all like to take drishti. We want Baba's drishti on us. Because the way Baba is looking at me, making me feel elevated, taking me beyond, many experiences come through Baba's drishti. So actually, Baba, in other words, is setting example for us that our drishti should also be for their elevated state, their vision for future. We look at them as angels, and because they are angels, they are becoming that. So definitely elevated drishti or drishti towards everyone's elevated stage is brings, as I said, many experiences for them, whether going beyond, feeling elevated, feeling very light, no worries, I don't have any problems. Many, many things can happen. And that is through our drishti towards everyone's, whether elevated stage or stage of perfection. It's
Okay, I
very
have.
powerful tool
Mm,
of service.
that's right. And that is what Baba means by Nazar se Neha,
Right.
to take you beyond with a glance. I want to finally ask you about the Bhog message you brought for when you offered Bhog for Daddy Ratan Mohini. And I know you must have shared some secrets with Bhumi because she's totally overwhelmed with the message. She can't stop talking about the message and the secrets that the message hold. So I want to tap into some of the secrets that the message hold, at least one. You summed it up by saying that the message actually could be in one word, which was transition. And so I wanted to ask you about this transition because you said it was the first time you saw a Dadi taking birth as a princess in a royal family. But then you said something that was interesting. You said souls now leaving bodies will be taking birth in royal families. So I'm thinking royal families of this physical world, this corporeal Iron Aged world. Was it the royal families in the corporeal world, or was it to be royal families of the Golden Age? In other words, were these royal families families that the ancestor souls may have taken birth in already or be close to? Were they royal people that were not so Kali Yugi, but were purer of the Kali Yuga world? I mean, who are these royal people that Daddy Ratan Mohini would have taken birth to as a princess?
What Baba meant is that transition means, see, advanced party, they are more higher, born higher in social circle. Like for Dadi Prakashmani, Dadi Gulzar gave the message that she is born as a boy, but he's more like in social world seen as a very good boy, morality and recognition of all that social values. But now what Baba meant is that royal family has to be, kingdom has to be created. So the souls who will be living, many left within these 2 weeks, very good souls. I mean, all souls are good, but means they were playing very good part here. And quite young too. They're not like 100 years or so. All these souls are suddenly being called. And because now these souls will form the foundation for the kingdom. So that is why they will be born. Yes, it could be, because somewhere when they are born in the royal families, and I was immediately thinking recently, or it was last year, they had program for kings and queens, and many were very young, some were married. And one of the king and his wife, they are from Abu. They have very, very big palace somewhere. They gave us a photo. Had a young boy, Prince, they call him Prince, 8 years old. And some or other, he was, every time he will say, take me to Didi. And then he came through 2, 3 times. And then Bhumi will give him something every time he comes. So every time he says, I want to go there. And then they keep telling me that come at least visit palace once. And it will really be so good for us. And I didn't commit, but then I thought maybe. So I'm just thinking that, but then they also believe in the life of purity. Directly they didn't tell, but his father gave a house also to for Baba, at that time. and because he also lived in Mount Abu for a long time. So there are many those who kind of live a very decent, higher values, and also purity of some kind. Then one very most important king who was considered to be like head of those kings, his wife came to me in the end and started saying some of the things. So I have feeling that bringing them more to Baba, preparing them for our family going to their families. And that transition was very clear. And looking at the time when destruction is almost ready, because everyone has their defense system, offense system ready, because they can use any missile, they can use anything and blast the whole world, right? So on the other side, the kingdom, establishment of kingdom, which is our task, also is happening now. That's what I think. Government, of course, it needs more explanation, but I haven't taken class on that, which people are asking. But definitely, as you're saying that, yes, it's kings and queens and royal families of Kalyu. But then these little ones will start the kingdom of golden age. It is within that, those families, from those families, they will emerge the kings and princes of the golden age.
It must be quite fascinating to watch it unfold right before our very eyes in a way that is so easy to accept. And it's not some big miraculous thing that would happen, but it's a transition, as you say, that it will happen in the most normal of normal ways. But they would reveal themselves in the most normal way. So it is fascinating, these last 10 years of the confluence age, what will emerge and how the golden age will take form and shape right before our very eyes. So yes, if you take a class on it, maybe you should take a class for on Zoom that we could all be part of. It should be live stream, so we could all hear it at the time you were saying it.
Okay, yeah, it will happen.
Right. Thank you very much. I love those yellow flowers you have in front of you. I don't
Yeah,
know what they are. Are they real or artificial?
we asked that sister from where you get. She says, right in Shanti one. We never see those flowers, but she finds from somewhere or other.
Very
Yeah,
beautiful.
so every day is different flowers.
What are they? Oh, yeah. Are they real? Oh, what are they called?
क्या
Sister,
बोलते हैं? They don't know the name.
well,
They
Google
don't.
can tell them if they put their
Yeah,
phones, find the
we
flowers.
will. It's very beautiful.
It's very beautiful.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Didi. Thank you, Bhumi. Thank you, family.
Thank you. Om Shanti.
Shanti, thank you. So tomorrow is Friday and our schedule from Amritwala 3:30 am to 4:45 am. In the evening 5 to 5:30 pm. Avyakti Children Murli class 6 o'clock, but 2 will start, followed by Hindi series, English series, and chit chat. Now let's remember Baba and take Drishti from Didi.
जब से है जाना तुझे मीठे बाबा, जब से है जाना तुझे मीठे बाबा, जीवन हुआ खुशियों से विभोर। जब से है जाना तुझे मीठे बाबा, जीवन हुआ खुशियों से विभोर। मन में आशा की किरणें, मन में आशा की किरणें, देखे जो आँखें तेरी ओर। जब से है जाना तुझे मीठे बाबा, जीवन हुआ खुशियों से विभोर। सत्यं शिवं सुंदरं से हर पल मंगल कलशय झलके। सत्यं शिवं सुंदरं से हर पल मंगल कलशय झलके। साथ तेरा ये पाकर बाबा, साथ तेरा ये पाकर बाबा, मन में ये खुशियाँ करती शोर। जब से है जाना तुझे मीठे बाबा, जीवन हुआ खुशियों से विभोर। देख तेरे प्यार के पनघट को, चैन मेरा हम प्यासों को। देख तेरे प्यार के पनघट को, चैन मेरा हम प्यासों को। जीवन में सब कुछ है पाया, जीवन में सब कुछ है पाया। जब से है थामी तेरी डोर, जब से है जाना तुझे मीठे बाबा, जीवन हुआ खुशियों से विभोर। मन में आशा की किरणें, देखे जो आँखें तेरी ओर। जब से है जाना तुझे मीठे बाबा, जीवन हुआ खुशियों से विभोर।
ओम शांति, ओम शांति।
ओम शांति मोहिनी दीदी, ओम शांति अव्यक्ति
ओम शांति
परिवार,
दीदी,
ओम शांति
थैंक यू
अव्यक्त
बाबा।
परिवार,
ओम शांति दीदी,
ओम शांति परिवार,
ओम
लव यू बाबा,
शांति,
थैंक यू
ओम
अव्यक्त
शांति
परिवार, ओम
मोहिनी
शांति।
दीदी, ओम शांति।